Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Warriors! We're moving on to Chapter 7. In the previous chapter, we recruited Hinoka, who we will probably not play as, even though she's cute and everything. We just don't need anybody to replace Cordelia. Cordelia is our go-to Pagan Knight, right?
Yep. She's better anyways.
She's way better.
We've got to hurry up and find Hinoka and Sakura's brothers.
Hinoka!
Right?
Emphasis on the pronunciation. The hell is wrong with you?
And your entire body is bright red.
Is he Are you
I
dying,
think
my
I've seen
child?
this illness before. It could be fatal if you aren't.
Apparently he is. Okay. Are you...
Sorry, I should have noticed sooner.
It's like,
Did they change her voice too for this?
I don't remember what she sounds like in Fates because I played Conquest.
We should head somewhere and
I played Birthright.
I think I saw
And
herbs
I don't
that
know.
were promised
He's like,
me to
did I mention I'm a healer? I think that would come in handy right
Maybe
now.
I'll be able to cure him.
If Sakura thinks there's a chance, then we
Ugh.
can back at once.
Don't
I don't
talk.
like. Yeah,
Cause
please
us
stop.
trouble jumping to conclusions. I'll make up for my
But I mean, both of her English voices kind of suck.
Yeah, I just prefer the other one.
Earlier, but they were dressed like I've never seen. Their style definitely
I'm so
wasn't
torn
what she
about
but
Oboro.
I
Like,
think it was Nora
she's
that I-
okay, but
If
I like
you,
her.
with your eye for style, couldn't recognize the clothes,
I think if I would have played Birthright as a dude, I would have married her.
yeah,
I
okay.
have no idea. We should keep trying to.
Well, that
reconfigure
puts a new
systems,
context.
Yes.
I at least
Because she's
I
like,
haven't seen them
I'm
anywhere.
gonna fight the thing.
right. I at least trust your judgment on that, so I would at least give her a chance. But
It would either be her or Kagero.
They've been captured?
yeah,
'cause-
Shigeru's pretty.
Yeah, that
great.
one's pretty hard.
I'm just a little bit salty that like through the DLC they decided that she was the appropriate character to, she was the appropriate character to be a ground soldier with a spear, which is kind of annoying. When other I mean, I'm not going to complain about the roster like everybody else does. I'm like, it could have been Ifrim. It could have been literally anybody else.
I don't want her.
Okay, so we probably should switch who's on the battlefield because we don't care to give you any levels. We can't set anybody else there.
So we got what we got.
Well,
Basically.
who's playable right now? So
Frederick, Lucina, Crom, and Hinoka. Okay, Frederick.
no, Frederick,
Oh, it's
Robin,
Robin.
Crom, and Noka. Like
Where's Lucina? I saw Lucina's damn face.
she's NPC. We don't want to play as her though. We don't want to give her any levels actually. Can
She
we swap
has
her out
10.
for anybody?
No, we can't swap with anyone. Why can't I use Cordelia?
This is aggravating. So I guess I'm gonna probably play as Crom for this. So what are you? You're probably gonna be Frederick, right?
Yes, of course. I have to.
So let's
I have to
send
get my joy in life.
Robin here to take on Oboro, and
Is it Oboro
Ready for
or
understand-
Oboro?
let's leave
Oboro?
Lucina and Sakura to just stay there and not do anything.
What's
And
my
Hinoka,
task?
that would be bad, or would it? I guess there's an archer there. That's why they're like, yeah, don't do that. There's no bueno. Is there anything that she has? She can go over here. That's the only thing she has advantage against. Alright, I don't know who I'm actually controlling.
I don't even. I don't know who I'm actually controlling either. I just want to go chop chop.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we begin.
Give me chop chop. You look.
So, yeah, fucking overcooked. They
didn't play
They
that some
announced. I guess that was not meant to be a let's play, and the audio on that was also terrible. One of the many reasons. That was like our first like live test, though.
It was.
I think. I mean,
It was.
we did Danganronpa 2 before that. It was the first live test with the Switch.
It was.
The audio for the PlayStation TV is automatically more quiet than the Switch or like literally any other console.
Practiced your deception on Hinoka and Sakura, but I see right through you. Now
Look at that pretty little bottom lashes. How cute. What?
Takumi is. Oh look, we're actually. Well, I'm not playing as a character I want to play as.
I'm not playing as a character I want to play as either.
Let's see.
Oh, hello.
Okay. So you want to play as Frederick, right?
Correct.
I wonder if I'm allowed to.
Okay, so what button did you press?
I guess it'll be the plus
Oh,
button for
okay.
you. So since last time, a couple things have happened. Mainly,
Roger.
you have to hit
Yes, sir.
orders and control. There you go. Mainly, E3 has happened, and as a result, the new Fire Emblem has been announced. I guess it's Fire Emblem 16. Fire Emblem Tree Houses, or Three Houses, as it's going to be known as. And
Is that
it
what people
actually.
are calling it?
Oh, did you not see the thing that Anthony made?
I saw it, but I'm like, is that legit what people, or was it just a friend thing?
I see enemy reinforcements.
I hate not being able to like recenter the camera.
It's kind of weird.
I can lock on.
I will
though.
say I played a lot of Extella, like I finally finished it, and playing a Muso game
That's not Extella.
that's not Extella is really weird.
Because Extella actually has good gameplay, and people don't believe me when I say this.
It does.
It's because all of these people that don't have the attention span but to just click buttons on their mobile game don't give Extella the time of day to play more than one chapter. I'm so salty about this. I will continue to be salty about this forever.
I'm sorry, I brought you some promo.
No, you're actually an advocate for the game
Oh,
and how
I
good it
will,
is.
but I'm like, I just reminded you of how irritating you get with other people.
No, I mean it's fine. You're playing this with me too, which is like, I'm sure the majority of the Fire Emblem fandom is the same way. They're like, oh, they'll play heroes to death, but they won't even touch this because what is this gameplay that doesn't involve just clicking my phone screen and getting daily shit? Like,
I mean, honestly, like, that's the one thing that I dislike about my coworker. He likes Fire Emblem, but he based, like, some of his likes on the characters based off heroes, and I'm like,
yeah. And
and
man,
I'm like,
I
Linus,
cannot wait to make the what am I locking onto? I guess
I don't even know how to lock on, so.
pushing your stick.
Oh, thank you. Dang!
Forces have arrived.
I just like singing people with this act so much.
I can't wait to make the Grand Order video when I eventually do the Fate retrospective like a year from now, because I can't wait to talk about the fact that I hate that people care about how do I toggle my lock on. There's gotta
I
be a way to
have
do
no
that.
idea, but I fucked that dude's life up.
I'm on my way to my objective.
I'm here at my objective.
Anyway, I hate how people define a character's worth or how interesting or important they are based on how good they are in terms of gameplay in Grand Order, which is a real shame when you consider that when you compare it to something like Zero, where the level of analysis that's applied to those characters and how they're portrayed in terms of, you know, real history and how they work in the setting is way different. Oh, Robin managed to make his way over here. Nice.
Hello. Right. That's why I like some of our friends that play it, because they're like, play the characters you like.
Yeah, but like
Fuck the gameplay.
but there's so many characters that are great that are basically completely ignored purely because they're not either a waifu or good in gameplay. So characters that are assigned like 1, 2, and 3 star ratings, fuck them. Like, nobody cares about them. Nobody cares about Leonidas or Spartacus or Darius or any of those other
Julius
characters.
Caesar?
Or
Like,
Caesar,
I'm calling out because I really like Julius Caesar's
or
design.
or Romulus.
Yeah, like I really like his design because it's very true to nature.
Yeah,
It's just not pretty,
He's fat.
but I think he's adorable.
It's fitting. He really is.
Hey, I'm trying to help you, my friend.
So
Hi.
yeah, we're totally playing the Fire Emblem game and having a conversation about Fate, but
I
I'm
mean-
gonna get on my soapbox here. I'm gonna talk about it. Oh, you have an advantage against Oboro. I'm gonna let you handle this. Yes, Frederick, do what you have been trained to do.
So, let's talk about Fire Emblem. Let's not talk about Fate.
Well, I want to finish that thought first
Oh,
because
okay, finish your
I'm not often allowed to do that.
You love him.
But
I'm one of the ones that distract you from finishing your thoughts.
yeah. Oh, that was nice how we actually cooperatively worked together to decrease the stagger gauge
Where
there.
is she?
She's still in my corner.
There she is.
I'm gonna get rid of some of these axe-wielding command units out here because I have an
Okay.
advantage against them. even though they
I'm
want
just
to
gonna
block.
keep doing my thing. Oh,
Anyway,
hello. I just ran my horse into the wall. Continue.
that's why I like Extella Link, and even the first Extella to an extent. And then Extra Last Encore for using those servants that nobody cares about and actually showing you that they can be interesting in terms of narrative. Because talk about like fascinating people in terms of real world history to adapt into characters, and they deserve a lot more attention, a lot more discussion than it's not a waifu or good in combat. Oh, it's not a 5-star. And even like the who would win in a fight conversations, like those conversations have completely changed now that the dynamic is basically like based on stats and shit, which is not how servants really work. I mean, yes, you have stats that are factored into, that have always been factored into servants. I'm gonna let you defeat Oboro. I'm gonna try to capture some of these other.
Fine.
Some of these
Is
other
my horse
outposts.
doing a front flip?
Front
flip for stone?
There's no limit to what Frederick's horse is capable of.
Frederick's horse does. Ah, it did. It did a backflip, I think.
But yeah,
Fucking, oh my god.
that's my rant about people's attitudes towards characters in Ragnarok. Moving on to Fire Emblem, so go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
So, because I started playing Blazing Sword, I of course have to do the thing that I do with anything. I have low health. Oboro is thoroughly kicking my ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Use your awakening gauge.
I just got it.
Oh no, yeah, there you go.
Okay. So I do this thing when I get obsessed with something. I have to go and find like literally all of the fucking fan art of it, and I'm blessed.
Not what I wanted to do.
This will be over soon.
What am I doing? Come on, Frederick, get your shit together. Get your life together, Frederick. So I have to show you all the gorgeous Blazing Sword fan art I found since I started playing it. And
Yeah.
oh, Oboro, stop it. Is there health somewhere? Hello.
You can use a vulnerary as well.
Where
I think if you
how do you
hold
do that?
if you hold the right shoulder button. Actually, I don't think you have one. Do I have one? It's weird. I guess you didn't feel the need to equip them.
Great.
Robin, team up with me like you want to do, you gay son of a bitch.
What happens if I die? Do I just switch into a different character?
Oh, you know what? Here, pick up Robin.
Hang on. Oh shit, I just did that and I don't think I hit her. Oh, I did hit her. Yes. But I found some really nice fan art of Frederick as I was in this lovely search for fan art, and I'm just like, I appreciate this fan art. I'll show it to you. Because I didn't want to post it all on the Discord.
Oh, you can.
I mean, yeah, I could, but
You want to make sure people actually see it, right?
yeah,
Instead of just spamming it all at once.
correct. I'm very strategic in my way of posting fan art and things. Because it's so easy, like, you do this fan art dump, no one can appreciate it, no one can comment.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I hate amongst like people that just post fan art is they dump a bunch of stuff in there. Or I'm sorry, like maybe you post like your one picture, and instead of getting people that reply and talk about it, the person replies back with like 30 pictures. I absolutely hate when that happens.
Right, and if you ever see me post in a chunk, it's usually like, it's usually like very similar. Like if I post a bunch of, well, let's see, the other day, Henry.
Yeah.
I had just a Henry post right there, and it was only like 4.
Received a report.
Chances are you won't be able to get me. You won't see a post of me posting fan art in the Fire Emblem Discord if it's not Lynn.
This is true.
Oh, now that thing wants to go up. I was just walking away from it like it wasn't going to do anything.
Dragon Fiends. Activate. Oh, give me. Sorry.
But yeah, but Blazing Sword is literally the greatest.
Let's go.
I'm
And-
enjoying the hell out of it. I have literally just, I hate when I play games. Can I take it home with me?
Yeah.
Okay, because
I would highly, highly, highly recommend looking at the Fire Emblem Wiki about the chapter summary before you go
That's
into a
fine.
battle, though, because, again, it's one of those games with some pretty irreversible fuck-ups if you're not careful.
Okay, I completely understand that. I have literally just been thinking about playing this game since I played it.
Yeah. Oh, and
I have been distracted at work thinking about this game. And I'm just like, man, I want to play this game.
I love that because this is absolutely not the response that a lot of Fire Emblem fans get, because this is part of the reason why the fandom is so divisive. Is the reason why the fandom fought in the first place, I feel like, was because you have these people that really love the older games, and you have these resurgence of people that love Fire Emblem because of the newer games, but because people have been desensitized by the easier difficulties, it makes the older games retroactively less accessible. And so the old fans aren't able to appreciate the games they like with the new fans. I think that's, at its core, what the problem is, and it just devolves into a shit show after that.
Yeah, and
But,
I mean, I'm probably gonna...
Can you try to get that one in the middle there?
Yeah.
Because that one is an axe. I'm sorry, that one's a spear.
Okay.
Spear, 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 spear.
I'm almost done with this asshole.
This is the exact opposite situation where, like, obviously you started with the newer games and you're playing Blazing Sword and you're absolutely loving it, which is... That's the fandom's dream right there, is to have somebody who picks up an older game and says, "Wow, this is incredible." And I was very much the same way with Blazing Sword. Like, I don't care if it's a little bit antiquated in terms of the mechanics. Oh, that's actually the Dragon Vein. But
I'm so sorry.
the slurpy noises.
I'm gonna go. Can I
Um,
go through?
whenever it decides it wants to cooperate.
Good to go.
Okay. Okay.
But Blazing Sword may be my favorite story in the entire series, because if you think it's good now, just wait until...
It's better.
Oh my god, just wait until you get to the last third of the game. I told you about some of the stuff that happens,
Yeah.
and how I was so blown away, especially because of how maturely and subtly it handles some of those things, because this game is made after Binding Blade, which was technically the sequel. So... you know, what happens to Eliwood and Hector and Roy's whole timeline had already been made, so they had to find a way to set up for that and make it subtle, and man, do they do a good job of it. It is so brilliant. It is, and again, as somebody who just only played the English games, Binding Blade being one of the games I still don't own, because I had an opportunity, actually, to buy a physical copy of a ROM hack of Binding Blade, and I didn't do it purely because, if you want to get that one, I'll get that one.
Which one?
Get the one on the left, because you're faster.
Where?
That.
That thingy.
Yeah.
The thing that's moving. Okay.
Actually,
Got
I think it'll help you, because I think Robin just took out the other one.
Nice.
Um,
Well, I will say, I probably
what's that?
might hate my life as I'm playing this game, because I wholeheartedly will say I suck at strategic games.
Well, one thing I will say is finishing that game was one of the most rewarding. That was one of the most rewarding experiences I've had playing a game in years. I literally was crying reading the credits of this game, because,
Really?
dude, why do you have time for target practice in the middle of a battle?
Mercy is for the weak.
Mercy's for the
Don't go
weak.
expecting any.
So don't go expecting any.
You're nothing more than a
Fucking
bullseye.
I have no symphony for you.
Where are you?
I'm at the very top. You can focus on that other dude for now. I got talking to me. He ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, I can go deal with this little flying bastard.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be?
There we go. Anyway. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And one thing is, the worst thing about it too is getting really, really far in a chapter, and then just through like some random thing, like one false move, and you end up losing a character, and you're just like, crap, I've got to completely restart this chapter. And it absolutely sucks.
I'll probably end up doing that a lot.
You
probably
will?
get a lot of text messages from me going,
I told you straight up when I was getting frustrated with it. Okay,
you were like, I'm fucking mad.
how low on health
I'm
am I
coming,
too?
I'm
Hang on, I've got an item for this.
Freddy boy.
What the hell?
He's here. It's me.
Fucking tornado out of nowhere. I don't know if it was
My horse is on the ground.
a Takumi
Get
tornado
up.
or what.
It was a me.
Okay, Takeda Shingen. Honestly, he is the Takeda Shingen of this group, because he has an axe and he rides a horse ridiculously. Although he doesn't ride it. He doesn't ride two horses simultaneously while standing up
I
on
love
them.
that though.
So
I love that kind of bullshit.
keep in mind, Frederick, somebody in a Muso game is more over the top than you, and you can't touch that.
Oh, I just like seeing people, like I see them on my axe going flying as I twirl it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's really...
It's delicious.
It's really, honestly, pretty brutal for a team rating game. It's just because there's no blood, they're just like, okay, it's fine.
It's so delicious.
It's delicious.
I love watching it so much, it's so satisfying.
Pulls die. Die pulls. That is a Takumi tornado. How dare he?
Mission complete.
Yay.
Get away with this.
Oh, I can't trot
Knock it
anymore.
off. Let me go.
Hi, Robin. Let's see how far I can shoot.
Again with this.
I did it!
Alright.
You didn't do anything,
We're
Sakura!
running out of time. Hand me all the
This
herbs
looks-
you gathered.
A little awkward. I'm gonna look away now. Sakura's just doing that,
Come here, my lord.
that Sailor Moon meme.
Instead of Milady. My lord. Or ship it.
Yeah. Sakura's like, my work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
She
I'm
tried.
done, everyone. The medicine is ready. This
She
should
is
do the
pretty
trick.
Oh yeah, I totally didn't pay attention to the fact there was a storyline reason for why they weren't participating in this battle. I was just like, why can't we deploy them? And that was the reason.
What a relief.
Or, oh yeah,
All he
because
needs now is
Cordelia
some
went with the other one.
Was
Yeah.
truly amazing.
It's okay. I mean, I like the whole splitting the party thing. I mean,
I do too.
it makes using the clone characters. You look at the smirk on their faces. Like,
I love
We've all
him.
saved
look at
lives.
Crom though too. Like he is like
Natural for me to want to help.
seductive smirk going on here.
I'm imagining you with your clothes off.
She's
Right.
especially gifted in battlefield medicine.
And then Hinoka's probably like, I'm imagining me with my clothes off too.
You're so strong, though, Hinoka.
Except,
I know I can.
And Sakura's like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm too young for this.
Looking at now too.
dude, what?
I can tell you are all very close.
I wasn't
We're all
reading
very
any
tight
of
with one
this.
another. Do you
Yes,
have any siblings,
Prince
Prince
Crom.
Crom?
I do have an elder and a younger sister, but you need to stop calling me Prince.
You have a younger sister, Crom.
Anyone else?
He has an older sister
How
as
I prefer
well.
it.
Had.
She just took a dive.
Yeah.
I should just call
She
you
took one for the team.
and you
I love
call
we
me
had
Miss
an Emerald cosplayer at MomoCon.
She was so cute.
Yeah, and we kept like giving her a hard time. We're like, do a flip.
That's what happened.
I remember when I first played Awakening, how distraught that decision point was. And I'm over here like,
Lord Takumi.
Look at how ugly
I know,
Takumi's
right?
hair is
I'll untie you
with these
right now.
graphics.
Oh,
it looks alright.
ouch. That's definitely gonna.
Not as bad as
bruise.
Celica's hair.
Why did this
Where do we
happen
go?
I
just
haven't
to
seen
you?
Celica's hair.
What? I was the only one? What about
Do I
you
want
and the
to?
others?
It's in the trailer. I
None
mean, we
of
saw
us
it
were
there.
tied up.
Okay, I'll look.
Prince Takumi
But,
resisted so violently that no one felt
Just that point of
I
like,
feel like that's
do you
an
do the thing or
exaggeration.
you don't do the
At
thing?
any rate,
And I remember here like, I could save her.
and if my sisters have joined you,
No, no, you can't.
Happy to make your acquaintance.
That face. Level 11. We've been spacing
us
out
are
their
level
levels
11.
pretty well. Let's watch them level up and mess it all up. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well, it seems I fared decently in that battle.
A violent axe.
I read it as violent, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's pretty accurate.
What am I doing?
Are we doing one more chapter?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. At this point, I don't really care if I'm
I didn't think
at
so.
work. Who needs to be awake at work?
You're gonna see these up. You're gonna see one of these upload tomorrow, and you're gonna be like, who needs sleep?
Who needs sleep?
Takumi is now playable. Yay.
Future Michelle's gonna watch this video.